understand.
And it's just a pretty girl. And
Hi.
she says, hi. Hi.
I'm Sierra.
I'm a robot.
Hi, I'm Sierra.
I'm Addison.
And I'm Luke.
We are going to just get together every once in a while and create some content for you guys. We hope you guys like it.
It'll be directly centered towards high schoolers, so hopefully it can be applied to you.
And if you guys have any questions or things you'd want to hear us talk about, feel free to DM Crossing H School on Instagram.
Or Sierra.
Or you could text Sierra personally.
Yeah.
Here's her number,
Cut.
actually.
Okay. Today, we're just going to talk about why should a high schooler follow Jesus. I had the same mindset of, like, I'll follow Jesus once I get to a certain point in my life. Whether that was college for me, or some people say once I get past the college stages and I get through my partying stage, I'm going to follow Jesus. So why should a high schooler follow Jesus? What's like the big impact of Jesus?
I'll go, but I don't think, I think a lot of the mindset is like, oh, if I follow Jesus, my life's going to be easier, which obviously is not true, and nowhere does it say that in the Bible, but it's also kind of a dangerous game to play, like, oh, well, I'll follow Jesus when, because we never know when, like, things are going to change or stuff's going to happen, but for me, I did go to church and stuff in high school. I don't know if I completely understood what the gospel was or what grace was, and I think a lot of that had to do with just, like, not having, like, a strong, like, Christian community around me, but I think it's, like, so important to set those foundations early, and kind of, like, so, like, now I'm in college. Well, I've already decided that I'm not doing this, and this because, like, I choose Jesus. Jesus is more. And that's not to say, like, we're not going to mess up, because we're definitely going to mess up and be tempted by the world. But, yeah, I think just, like, setting those foundations early.
Yeah.
Setting yourself up for just more success.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
I also think it's, what else do you think is more worth your time and attention other than Jesus? And whatever you would answer that with, which you might, if you actually think about it, be a little embarrassed by what you say is more important than Jesus or will fulfill you more than Jesus. But whatever that is, I guess my advice for you, if you wanted to be wise about it, is to follow Jesus, because he's more worth your time and attention, and he can actually satisfy you. But if not, and you're not convinced of that, then I would just say maybe go for it, because eventually you're going to find out the other things that you're putting in front of Jesus kind of suck, and eventually they're going to let you down. So sometimes that's what people need. I think that's the difference between being wise, is listening to other people trying to tell you something and heeding that and actually changing. And some people just have to be, I guess, smart is a different word to use, which is just once you realize those things suck, then you change later on. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how.
The hard way.
Yeah, one's learning the hard way. One's listening to people who have been there before you,
Right.
and seeing, yeah, they're saying that success and acceptance don't actually fulfill them. Maybe I should listen to them.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes that's just something people have to figure out on their own.
Yeah.
That those things aren't going to live up to the hype.
It's a good word.
Yeah, facts. And also, I think about with you, what you were saying was, whatever you're doing right now shapes your future too, because whatever friends you choose right now will shape your future. So if you're choosing friends that aren't following Jesus, that's going to shape who you are in the future. So if you say, like, I'm going to follow Jesus later, it's a dangerous game, because you don't know how deep you kind of dug your hole in, and like whether that's just different addictions that you've, like, were okay with, but now I'm not going to follow Jesus. I have to, go against these addictions I have built up for so long, or my friends, or whatever. So yeah, I think
Learning the hard way again.
Yeah, exactly. Learning the hard way of, like, okay, I chose this path, I'm going to have to, die on this path pretty much. Yeah, that's good.
And it's like, I think it's usually formed out of, like, people don't have the right view of who Jesus is. Like, if you don't understand what the Bible's claim about who Jesus is and what he means for your life and what he tells his disciples and what his whole kingdom's about, if you misinterpret that, then it's going to be pretty easy to say, I can minimize who Jesus is, and he can just maybe be a part of my life, but he doesn't have a say in everything else. But if you take what Jesus says at face value, then you're kind of forced to have to say, there's things in my life that I'm going to have to surrender to him because he's king over everything. Yeah. And I think if you also take what he says at face value, then you'd recognize that he really is more valuable and more worth your praise than anything else.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the common culture, especially in high school, is like the killjoy is God. God is killjoy who doesn't want you to enjoy life. It's more of, I just want praise, and that's just not true. So some people have that view, and it's dangerous, but you can definitely enjoy your life, and it's way more satisfying. I mean, we've all experienced like chasing after success, chasing after these different desires, and found true joy through Jesus, and we still have fun, we still enjoy and laugh together. So like life is not about Jesus killjoying everything and you just like worshiping. No, we're worshiping because we love him, and like we see the beauty and the joy from Jesus. So yeah, it's like that changing mindset of who Jesus is in our life. Yeah, I think is important. Yeah. Sick.
All right, cool. I'm a cowgirl.
this thing?
What?
What's that thing?
I'm a real boy.
No, it's they're getting paid money for saying things like a robot. Have you heard about that? Mm-mm. It's like, I'm a little cowgirl. Woo. Like they send in money, so they pay money. No,
what do you watch?
No, I don't watch it.
Oh, sorry, didn't see
Oh, sorry. I'm on my phone.
Like, what does that look like in high school?
Whose phone just went
That's
off?
his computer. Sorry, it's my computer. Okay.
What are you
The
talking
girl
about?
meow.
No one's meowing.
Hey, let's do
say something like,
let's
hey,
do a
thanks-
handshake. Let's do a handshake thing. That would be good for like before content, and then they'll see it.
Anyway,
Say,
start together.
introduce-
Just kind of like,
Yeah.
thanks,
Well, why would
thanks
we
for
introduce
coming.
each
Yeah. Why
other?
we? Hey, Luke.
I don't
I'm
know.
Addison. It's nice
Just
to
do
talk to you
some.
again.
That was it. That was
Actually,
good.
we're gonna do
That
that?
was funny. Kids are gonna like that.